Hello guys, how you doing? This is Rafael, and just wanted to let you know this is basically actually my second video, but the first one went a bit wrong because it was upside down or sideways actually. Just wanted to let you know that there's gonna be an event in this place very soon. This is called the Studio. It's in Birmingham, and it's a big event space. And at the moment, I'm trying to just let you know that on the 28th of March, on Monday, from 12 to 2, there'll be an event here, and it will be an event for networking. I'm sure that you guys know in terms of business that networking is very important. But how important is networking? I mean, there are some businesses that they make money solely on their network. There are some companies that join a group, and everyone shares their wisdom, their knowledge, their network with each other, and that's how they make money. So that's how the top people make money. Also, they create a network, and within that network, they make lots and lots of money. I just wanted to also let you know that it's going to be a special day that day, and it's going to be a start of a new thing because what's going to happen is it's going to be live. It's going to be live on YouTube, and we're going to also share some tips on how to make business work during the event. And I hope you do enjoy it. I mean, it's not going to be very formal, but you do have to wear smart clothes. This is basically Birmingham, United Kingdom, for those that don't know. This I am basically the creator of or director and creator of Cutting Corners, which is my other page. But I was gonna do this as a business page only. Cutting Corners is mainly for fun, for vlogging, for social experiments, and gaming. But this one is going to be to share how to make businesses work. I have 10 years of experience in sales. I have also done various things. I started my own business, and I've done it now for 3 years in my own business. I'm going to show you around a little bit on where we are. This is was supposed to be a video shared with a colleague, but he couldn't be here unfortunately. But I'm going to do this by myself, and I hope that you enjoy the space. So here we go. Just gonna show you how big the space is. It's nice little toy cars, little painting, and the painting as well. And yeah, this is how the event's gonna be held in a very professional place. I can't make much noise in here because they're already having some events here, and there's lots of food being provided. And basically, this is going to be not the space where we're gonna hold the event, but because upstairs is been taken, I can't really show you. But this is lots of food in here. But I was going to say that during the event we're going to have tea and coffees for free, and it's going to be awesome because getting free stuff is always nice, isn't it? And this is held in a place called the Studio. Now the Studio has helped us provide a space for the networking events, and this is a way for people to get to know each other, socialize, and hopefully in the lunchtime, whoever lives in city center in Birmingham can just walk 2-3 minutes because it's very close to New Street Station and Moore Street Station and all the stations in Birmingham. It's around 2-3 minutes from all the stations, really walking distance. And I just wanted to show you around. Also, there's a downstairs, and upstairs there's like 4 floors, but we're just gonna have the event in one of the floors. Let's look outside. If you guys recognize this is the outside area of the space, the studio. And I wanted to share with you that networking is very important, and I will tell you why. Let me tell you a little story about networking. There was a guy that I know. His business was very slow because he didn't make much money in the beginning. That's me. And I started my business in consultancy, and I wouldn't network much because I don't know, lack of confidence. But I knew all about figures, how to make businesses work, business plans, financial forecasts, all these things. I would do it, but without people knowing that I could do it, they wouldn't, I wouldn't make much money. However, when I've joined a networking business, I had to network a lot. I had to go out of my comfort zone, and I did that for around a year. Actually, to be honest, I started business 5 years ago, not three. I only consider 3 years because I took it serious 3 years ago. 5 years ago, I've started a couple of networking businesses where you would earn a percentage of whatever you would sell. And that went well, but it was just something on the side, like more like a hobby, just to gain some experience. However, after 2 years of working in sales in different jobs, I realized that I needed to take it serious. So I've kind of got laid off a job because they weren't making much money. And actually, I realized that they weren't making much money because 6 months after I got laid off, the company it gone bust, and they actually joined with another company. And the manager that was there, he lost his job as well. Maybe he quit, I'm not sure, but basically the company disappeared. But yeah, so after that, I realized, it's time for me to start a business. Actually, 1 month before I got laid off, I started my own consultancy business, and I started to do business plans, presentations for people, and kind of build a portfolio. It wasn't enough. It wasn't enough to say, okay, I can provide now for my family. So a year after I started the networking business, it was more like sort of like an experiment for me, just to get out of my comfort zone. And it was very, very good because I took it seriously. So for a whole year, I've not for a whole year, for 6 months, no, actually 3 months, I took it serious. But then again, life took over, and I was like on and off because I had four business partners, and only stayed with one business partner. Well, actually, me and three more. And then at the 3 months after, it was only me and one person. And we worked hard to try to make sales, worked hard to try to make the business work, and made some money here and there. But it wasn't enough. So after a year, the company went bust. It was a consultancy company. This was 3 years ago. 2 years ago, more or less, I started to work on networking, and yeah, so for 3 months I worked on it. Was services, but I wasn't really happy with it. I don't know, just didn't feel the support. I'm kind of getting confused because yeah, so 3 years in 1 year. Oh yeah, sorry, yeah, 1 year and a half I stayed with my business, but it collapsed. So because I stayed at the end, I stayed by myself. So 1 year, I was thinking 2 years is impossible because actually it was 1 year and a half. So 1 year and a half, 1 year and 4 or 5 months more or less. I've started networking, and I took it serious for 3 months, and then it was like momentum. It was all about momentum. So for 3 months, I took it serious. I've jumped positions in that business. I've made some money. It was okay, but it was not enough to say, okay, now I can't provide solely for my family just from that business. So I tried different things, and it was good. It was good that I tried different things, because if I didn't, my mind would be closed to only one opportunity. You can never be close to only one opportunity, because if you are, okay, yes, you can focus on the opportunity to make it work, but you have to realize that sometimes there are things that you can't do at that specific business opportunity or anything that you're doing. So I was working here and there. I was still doing consultancy for other businesses. I was still trying to make some money as a self-employed person, and it was very, very tough because you need to provide it for a family. You need to pay your bills. You need to, but as we know, businesses at the first few years, you don't make a profit. You don't make much money, It's not always true because I did make a profit after 6 months, but it was sort of mixture of luck and working hard because after I made some profit, I still had a loss on the traveling because I traveled a lot to learn to make business work and develop myself. I won't consider that self development side as part of the business in its essence, but it is because it is a cost. It's something that I went all the way to Holland twice. One was for sort of a meeting for business, and one was for convention, a business convention, which lasted the whole weekend, and it changed my mindset. It was awesome, and it was to do with a networking event, networking business that I was doing, and it was a sort of a networking business event, and it was really really good. Now, I learned from millionaires. I learned from people that have been close to Darren Hardy in terms of learning from them. Then I've learned from businessmen that have businesses for a very long time, lots and lots of different ones. I learned from people that learned from Donald Trump, but I mean Donald Trump is a legend in terms of business. There's no doubt about that because how can he make his billions? Yeah, just business only. Um, in terms of the self development, there were lots of things that I've done. Read books, and I realized that without reading books, without the learning process, I would not be able to probably be here talking on, for YouTube live. Uh, and it's very, very hard to suddenly just start talking live. I'm not a professional speaker. I don't get paid to deliver lectures. It's something that I've never done. But consultancy is something that I've been doing for a very long time, which is helping people develop their businesses, create solutions to their problems. Now, networking is key. Yes, networking is key, and why? Simply because with networking, you can, like I said to you, you can learn from people that have learned from the best or learn from the best themselves. And not long ago, I've learned from some multimillionaires in the networking business. I would say Stein Keller brothers. Listening to them was a good experience because Chris Steinkeller, he came down to London, and when I've listened to him, you can search is it Chris? Yeah, Chris Steinkeller. You can search him on Google, and you find out that this multimillionaire, he's been doing a lot of things to make it work. But if you heard from his experience in the past, how he struggled, how hard it was, you realize that you know what, anyone can do it as long as you keep on working hard. Some people will take 1 year, some people will take 5 years, some people will take 10, 15. But it's better to be able to work in a place or in a way that you feel that you can, do anything you like after a while. I mean, working for 40 years for someone else, it's nice, but you get to the point that you might not have a job. They might take you out of a job and say, look, you were laid off because you simply are not good enough or you're old, or obviously they won't tell you that, but there are many, many people that get laid off when they've been 10 years, 20 years in a certain business. Now, I wouldn't like that for you. I wouldn't like that for anyone. So the same for me. I would like that for myself, because if I am to be laid off work and not be able to have an income, how am I going to live a life? So I prefer to work for myself. Yes, you need the linear income. Linear income means working, example, hourly or monthly rate or weekly rate. Yeah, you need something like that. But however, you need something on the side which can build your side income, and then eventually that side income will surpass your normal income. You can say, look, now I have the time I need on the side income to quit that first income that I have. So going back to Stein Keller brothers, they one of Chris, he worked very hard, He's a multi-millionaire now, and people probably forget where he's been, but he doesn't forget where he's been. I don't want to forget where I've been. I know I have a big story to tell, and when I reach my first million, I'm gonna tell that story to the world. But at the moment, I'm training people, developing people that want to start businesses, and I love what I do. I love seeing someone in my team or someone in anyone's team really that I can say, look, I've helped that person succeed by giving them the skills, the right skills to succeed. It's not something easy to do, to just change yourself. But if you want to change yourself, it's really up to you. It's not up to anyone. You shouldn't expect other people to help you change yourself. You should change yourself, and then you realize that other people will probably help you because they realize your potential, and you can realize your potential yourself. Really and truly, it's all about you. Now, the networking side of business is all this networking that I've done helped me reach a stage where I can meet people, like I said, like Stain Color Brothers, or someone that has been with Darren Hardy, Donald Trump, or even meet face to face with, like directors of businesses, which I met from, example, MTV. Someone that used to be an MTV Europe director. I met him. I don't want to mention names. I'm not going to mention any more names. Some people, it's okay because they are part of the networking side. Some people like to keep things quiet and keep things to themselves. But it's nice when you get to know people like that, and that they have been in stages in life where they were very, very successful. It doesn't mean that they stop being successful, but they probably just want to do something else. Just what is success? Success is, for me, I would say success is being yourself, doing what you enjoy, and working with who you want, when you want, and doing exactly what you have dreamed of after you achieve that success. It could be many things, but I believe that the most successful person is the one that grows his self-develop into a stage where money is there, but you know where to spend it. You don't spend your money on things that are not needed. You spend money on things that could help you and help society and help your family, obviously. So that's networking for you. I just wanted to let you guys know. If there's any, this is a new page, so I know that there's no one liking it yet, or disliking it, or sharing, subscription. What I'm gonna do also is I am going to go on my Cutting Corners page, and I'm going to talk in there about my experiences, and most importantly, I'm going to just have a chat with you guys about how businesses are done, and then I'm gonna pass it to this page because Cutting Corners now has around 56 subscribers, which is great. I have almost 1,000 friends on Facebook, which I need to use, but unfortunately on my Samsung, Facebook doesn't have the live side of it, so I can't really do that. However, I just wanted to say thank you if you watch this. I hope you like it, and I hope you subscribe. And just learning things about business is very, very positive in life, not just for people that want to start a business, but in anything that you do, any work that you do. You need to know business. You need to know how to interact with other people. You need to know how to network. You need to know how to create a network which is powerful enough for you to succeed. And you don't use that network in terms of, you don't use it for, you don't use the person, you don't use the human being, but you can help each other to succeed in terms of if you pass the knowledge to other people, and they pass the knowledge to you. As soon as they start passing knowledge to you, you teaching and learning, it will help you by creating new ideas for what you want to do in life, what you want to achieve. So yeah, I just wanted to do a 20 minutes video, and I hope you enjoyed it, and subscribe and like. Take care.